What's up, everybody? Today is May 18th, 2023, and today we are doing the latest and greatest on cheat code, AQZ cheat code. I appreciate you guys for hopping on the call, and I appreciate you guys for taking an interest in this indicator. This has been my best work in the industry of Forex, and it's really a game changer, and I hope that you find a way to utilize this to your benefit. First off, just want to give glory to God for inspiring me to produce this indicator, and it's definitely something I'd like to just recognize that he's been a part of it with me, and as much as I can screw things up, he's led me to this process and this method of trading. And there's success stories from this indicator, and so I just wanted to mention that. But starting off, welcome to AQZ Cheat Code, and to apply this indicator after I've given you access, you're going to go to indicators here, indicator lookup. You're going to go to invite only scripts. If you don't see invite only scripts here at first, you're going to have to refresh or possibly log out and log back into TradingView. Once you see invite only scripts, you should see AQZ cheat code money move. Click that to apply to your chart. Your chart may look like this at first. And what I want you to do next to fix the look of this is go to the bottom right corner of your chart. There's a gear setting here. You want to scale the price chart only. So click that, boom, scale the price chart only. And then the next thing I want you to do, you see all these numbers coming off of AQZ cheat code indicator here in your left column. You see all these numbers to the right. We can eliminate those by simply going to the gear setting on the top right corner and going to status line, and then you want to unclick values here. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a nice clean chart with just AQZ cheat code elements on it now. Our first element that I want to review is our weekly sentiment line. Our weekly sentiment line starts on Monday, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. That time and price will stretch across the entire week of each current week. So Monday, midnight, Eastern Standard Time, that time and price is a level, and I call it our weekly sentiment line. Price above this line is potentially bullish. Price below this line is potentially bearish. Okay. Our next element of this indicator is our daily sentiment line. Same thing applies to the daily sentiment line, okay? Price above this line is potentially bullish. Price below this line is potentially bearish. Okay, good, good. Our next element of this indicator is our trend moving average. This moving average helps us decipher what trend direction we're going or could be headed. And similar to the weekly sentiment and daily sentiment lines, this moving average, price above this moving average is potentially bullish. Price below this moving average is potentially bearish. Okay. And all three of these lines, the weekly sentiment, daily sentiment, and trend moving average lines, when price is above them, those lines are going to be green. And when price is below them, the lines are going to be red. And this just helps us with trend direction or movement in the markets. Next element of the indicator I want to highlight is from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, AQZ Cheat Code traps the market and creates what I call the AQZ block. The AQZ block acts as an equilibrium in the markets. So price above, potentially bullish, price below, potentially bearish. Now, with this key zone being highlighted every day from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it acts as a breakout zone. The market produces a breakout, we get a signal, and then a movement. And typically, we get a retracement back to our AQZ block. That's where we want to enter. Okay, so we get a signal, retracement back to our block, signal, retracement back to our block, and then we can look to potentially enter with the directional bias in mind from the signals created. Next element I want to highlight is our take profit levels. These are levels produced based on the size of our AQZ block. So everything is precise with this, and depending on the movement from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we produce levels with precision, and you can see how the market will move with these levels back and forth between zones. It's what we call our roadmap, and what my father likes to call the golden ladder. Okay, so if you get a close below an entire AQZ zone, then you can look at a potential retest or continuation to the next zones. Max stop loss is going to be in between AQZ zone 1 and 2 of the opposing side. So we're going to run our max stop loss. We don't want to go any greater than that typically, unless you're looking at a larger move. We don't want to go any higher or any lower, depending on direction, than between zone 1 and 2 for stop loss. You can also set stop loss above our trend moving average. Typically, when we're in a trend, price will reject at our trend moving average and not go much further. So that's our max stop loss in the market that we want to run. And depending on the pair that you're trading, we're on gold right now. Let's see. I don't. So gold, we're going to run an average here. This website I'm going to drop in the chat. Make sure that you have this website saved on a tab or one of your favorites. Utilize this website to your advantage. And how we're going to do so is the first thing you want to do is go to calculated over past, and you want to go the last 3 weeks. So the most recent market movement. And we can see that gold down here is 278 pips on average per day. Now, what we're going to do with this information is we're going to take the 278 pips a day average, and we're going to look at 50 to 75% of that daily average. So, and let me just get out my calculator. 278 divided by 2 is 139, and 278 times 0.75, 139 to 208. So we'll round it off and say 130 to 200 pips. 130 to 200 pips is what we're going to be targeting on gold. And this helps for your targets instead of just holding on to a trade, hoping that it continues. We want to continue to compound our trading accounts and see the growth of, see the fruits of our labor, if you will, in the markets. So in regards to this example here, signal triggered, stop loss between AQZ zone 1 and 2 of the opposing side, retracement back to our AQZ block, entry level, and then we got 130 to 200 pips is our target. We're at 215 here. We'll round it up to 215, and we'll break out our measuring tool date and price range. We'll just take it from the base of the block. Typically, I like to enter somewhere in the AQZ block. We'll take measurement from the base of the block, and we can see that 130 pips to 200 pips was hit. Okay, so that's our target range that we want to work with gold. And again, that is 50% to 75% of the daily average range of gold. Okay, and we want to utilize this pip calculator the volatility calculator to our advantage on all Forex pairs and gold. We have, every single Forex pair here available, and we just want to take 50 to 75% of those average daily range pips for the day. Sometimes it won't hit TP till the following day or maybe the next day if we're consolidated, but that's what we want to look at. It's what we want to look at in regards to our daily target. Now let's look at this next signal. Got this signal, stop loss between zone 1 and 2 of the opposing side. Got a retracement back to our AQZ block. We'll measure from the base of the block. 130 pips to 200 pips is what we're looking at. And we got that the following day, as you can see, hitting 130 to 200 pips. And then today's signal, stop loss between AQZ zone 1 and 2. We got breakout low, retracement to our AQZ block, and then from the block, 130 to 200 pips was hit. Okay, so it's a great target to look at. When I broke down all the pairs mathematically, it doesn't make sense to go for the full ADR, okay? Because typically it will not hit the full ADR in one day. What it'll do is it'll hit like 1.5 times ADR in one day, and then the other days are kind of like 50 to 75% of the full ADR is being reached. And then they pull, and then we're pulling an average. So one day will be extravagant, and then the other days will be lower. So we want to look at 50 to 75% ADR for our target. Any questions so far on what we've reviewed? Next, we're going to get into money move and dollar dash. Okay. Now, go ahead and stop me at any time if you have any questions, or utilize the chat is fine as well. Okay, money move is a highlighted signal that the current day takes out the low or the high of the previous day and before the signal. And this particular example here, the market took out the previous day's low and then signaled a buy. This is a money move. So a money move is a signal that triggers after the high or low takes out the previous day's high or low. So we have liquidity. Basically, the market has stop orders or stop losses, or people being induced to go a direction, and then money move is signaling the opposite, saying no, price may go the opposite direction. Okay, that's our money move signal. Low created here on this day, that low taken, followed by a signal in the opposite direction. We got our money move. This is the opposite direction. We had a high here created, high taken out the following day, followed by a signal triggered in the opposite direction. We got our money move signal. Now, just because they take out a high or a low and we get a signal doesn't mean that the markets are going to go in the favorable direction as what money move is telling us. Sometimes it's a fake out move, and we have dollar dash backing us to catch that kind of fake out move, or that pump fake, move. So we had money move here telling us to sell, and then we get dollar dash right behind it telling us that they're going to go the opposite direction. Now, the conditions for dollar dash is simply the very first opposing signal to money move. So this could happen multiple trades away from each other, or the very next one from each other. But money move will happen. The first opposing signal to money move will be a dollar dash. Okay. And this happens on every pair. We'll zoom into this very week's price action here. Okay, let's zoom into this week and go through different pairs. So we have oil here we're looking at. We can see that Friday, we created a low on Friday here on oil. Monday, we took out that low, followed by a cheat code signal. And this would be highlighted as a money move in the markets of cheat code, AQZ cheat code. So money move, it highlights liquidity being taken prior to the signal. And we can see that we hit take profit 3 with precision. We got to pull back to take profit 2 and back up to AQZ zone 3. Our yellow candles are pre-breakout candles. Now, when you see a yellow candle, it's because it's midnight Eastern Standard Time, and the yellow candles will stop being painted once we get a breakout one way or the other, up or down. You typically don't want to trade during the yellow candles. If you're in a trade, you want to take most off the table. This is because from day to day, the markets can change direction at the snap of a finger. Okay, so if, for instance, I'm in this buy and if I see a break and close above an AQZ zone, remember, you can utilize these levels as support and resistance, and you can tighten your stop losses, and it'll allow you to tighten your stop losses. So in regards to AQZ zone 1 here, if I didn't get in on the very first signal candle and I saw this transpire, we got to close above AQZ zone 1 in its entirety. We can utilize that level as support and resistance. And we have our trend moving average here also backing that bias. We can place our stop loss just halfway below AQZ zone 1 in between our block here. So keep your stop losses tight when you're working with AQZ zones, just like we had here, a nice break and close above AQZ zone 2. Utilize that zone to your benefit, run your stop loss in between zones. And when we're zone trading, you just want to target the very next level, okay? Now, when we get yellow candles, like I said, you want to take most off the table, if not just close the entire trade, because that previous move has run its course, typically, okay? Sometimes the market will just keep going and going and going from day to day. However, like I said, from day to day, the market can change direction at the snap of a finger. So money move transpired because we had a low here this day on Friday. Low was taken out, breakout, signal happened for money move. We have liquidity. We ran this high, took that liquidity, and then we have a dollar dash here. Now, this dollar dash is actually a money move as well. We had a high here created on Monday. High was taken out, and then we had a signal produced. Anytime we have a dollar dash and a money move in the same signal, dollar dash is going to overcome the money move signal. Okay, so the dollar dash move, those moves are typically the win rate of dollar dash is about 80% right now, and the win rate of money move signals are at about 70% win rate. And this is based on the last few weeks of current data. Okay, so we had a dollar dash set up. This particular one here, we got our move and take profit 2 hit, and then it came directly up to our suggested max stop loss. So remember, our suggested max stop loss is between zone 1 and 2 of the opposing side. Typically, the market will not come to this level unless it's going to reverse. In this instance, they hit the stop loss and then kept going. This happens sometimes, but it's best to protect our equity and move on to the next move. Okay, so if you took profit here at take profit 2, then you were good to go. Take AQZ zone 2, when the market reaches AQZ zone 2 on our trade, this is the level I want you to place your stop loss at break even. Okay, AQZ zone 2 is take profit 2. This is the level of our trade where we want to place stop loss at break even from our original stop loss. Okay, making that trade risk-free at that point. You guys following me okay so far? Any questions? Any needs for clarification? Did I miss anything yet? Okay, we'll go to the next pair. Okay, we're looking at USDJPY this week. Now, again, condition for dollar dash is simply the first opposing signal after a money move signal. Okay, that's the condition for dollar dash. When dollar dash and money move are both in the same signal, dollar dash will overcome the money move signal and it'll print a DD for dollar dash. This was a money move and a dollar dash because we had a high here created, high taken out, then the signal triggered and we got a sell to take profit 2. Remember, take profit 2 is the level you want to place your stop loss at break even. It's a good place to take partials as well. Keep compounding your account. Price gave another sell here to take profit 2 again. Remember, stop loss at break even at that level. Take partials, and then boom, we get a new dollar dash signal here on this example. This is a dollar dash signal. Why? Because it's the first opposing signal to a money move signal. This says DD because dollar dash overcomes money move when they're both the same signal. Okay, so Dollar Dash has a higher win rate than Money Move. The idea behind Money Move and Dollar Dash is to highlight higher quality signals within AQZ cheat code system. Okay, not every regular signal is going to be a winner. Okay, neither is Dollar Dash or Money Move. Okay, however, I wanted to highlight higher quality potential setups within the system. Okay, because we're working towards fully automating this system someday soon. Okay. What else can we review? Alert system. Alert system. You can access alert system. Can everybody hear me okay? Omido,
yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Omido, Ernest, you may have to log out and log back in order to hear me. So, or it could be on your end. Up until this point, everybody else has heard me loud and clear. Okay. Next, we're going to review the alert system. This is very basic way to alert ourselves on Dollar Dash and Money Move. You can also alert yourself on these signals. You can alert yourself on the trend based on where price is, and we'll review those alert options. But simply go to the left column. If you don't see your indicators listed here, click this little arrow or your indicator legend and highlight AQZ cheat code and go to these 3 dots for more. If it doesn't click, the TradingView does this sometimes to me. If it doesn't click for you, then simply save your chart here, refresh, come back over here and click those 3 dots. And you want to add alert on AQZ cheat code. And we have options here. So let me review the options for you. Dollar Dash is based on previous data is the highest win rate alert. Okay, so you want Dollar Dash alert once per bar. And I have a premium TradingView account, so I have the option for open-ended alerts. I think the pro account gives you a certain amount of alerts. You can, you're definitely going to want to subscribe to a service of TradingView that allows you to have some amount of alerts. The free account, I'm not sure. Maybe the free account allows you a few free alerts. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've had a free TradingView account. But you want to set it on Dollar Dash once per bar, open-ended, and you can customize this message here. You can put an alert name if you want, but this message will pop up on your push notification. So the coolest thing about this alert system is once you set your alert, and if you have TradingView application on one of your smart devices and you have that app set up to where it sends you push notifications, and that can be set up in the settings of your smart device. In the settings of your smart device, go to notifications, go to TradingView, and make sure that your notifications are set for banners, sounds, and badges. And what this push notification will do for you and for us is even if your smart device is locked, boom, you'll get an alert push notification sent to your, your Apple Watch, your iPhone, your iPad. I have Apple products. If you have other products like Samsung or Androids, similar process. Okay, as long as you have the application of TradingView on your smart device, you have the settings set up for notifications, you'll get a push notification to your smart device. Very cool alert system set up here for your benefit. And if we have $dash alerts set up, then we're going, each time we get a $dash, we're going to get a push notification to our smart device, flagging that pair and that potential setup. So we could take advantage of those potential moves. Okay, so same thing happened again. It won't let me go into more. So make sure you're saved over here, refresh. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so the next alert you can set is to money move. $dash is about an 80% win rate. Money move is about a 70% win rate. Okay, between the two, you can set money move once per bar, open-ended. And again, you can customize this message. You can set an alert name if you want. But when the alert comes through, you'll see the pair, the time frame, and this message here. Okay, both money move and $dash, the buy and sell alerts are combined in one, so you don't have to do the buy and sell separately. You can just set a $dash and a money move on all the pairs that you want to set it on. And if it's open-ended, you don't have to set them again. Okay. Now, AQZ Cheat Code Buy Alert, AQZ Cheat Code Sell Alert, that is going to be for our regular signals, okay, buy and sell. If you desire to have those signals alert you as well, you can do so. With those alerts, you want to also place once per bar, open-ended, and create. Now, the next alert option I want to review with you is an interesting one. So AQZ Cheat Code Bearish Trend Alert and Bullish Trend Alert. A bearish trend alert is going to be when price is below the weekly and or daily sentiment line and your trend moving average. So when both or all lines are red, it's going to trigger you saying it's in a bearish trend. Now, opposite to that would be a bullish trend alert. The bullish trend alert will alert you the fact that price is above daily sentiment, weekly sentiment, and trend moving average. Price is above those. So as long as it stays above those, it's going to be in a bullish trend and you're going to get alerted. Now, for these bearish and bullish trend alerts, how you want to set this up is once per bar close. Okay, so every bar close, you're going to get a notification if price is still above daily, weekly sentiment lines and trend moving average. So when the markets are trending strong, the bearish and bullish trend alerts are nice to have, but it's going to notify you every hour on the hour on that specific pair. So I suggest bearish and bullish trend alerts are placed on maybe like your favorite pairs, 1 or 2 at the max, you know, like a few pairs, because again, you're going to get an alert every hour on the hour, whether it's a bearish or a bullish trend based on those elements of the indicator. Okay, that was a lot. I know the alert system, if you need to replay that after the recording to kind of dive in, but I went over everything that the alert system has to offer and how to set it up. Remember, for the bearish and bullish trend alerts, you want once per bar close. And then for the rest of them, the buy alert, sell alert, dollar dash, and money move, you want once per bar, okay, open-ended, and just click create. Currently, in the settings of our indicator, crypto start time is 4, Forex start time is 0, and mini contract start time is 23. These numbers are set for midnight to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can set these levels. You can set these levels for any time you want. And what this will do is this will move the AQZ block to wherever you want. So if you're looking at, this may confuse most, so just know that this is not necessary. You don't have to do this. If you want to, you can. You can change the Forex time to whatever you want. We'll go to 12. Okay. This is going to move the AQZ block to different locations. So you'll have a new breakout. You'll have a new pre-breakout zone. So price is trapped. We get our breakout signal. The best option for our AQZ block is going to be 4, 0, and 23. Okay, and this is based on previous market data and my research and development of this indicator. In the settings of the indicator, you can uncheck AQZ zones. And this will clean up your chart a little bit. This may be beneficial for those that have a better understanding of price action and market structure. But basically, if you eliminate your AQZ zones, you won't see potential target levels, and you won't know where to place your stop loss, etc. However, the one thing to know about this is it's very simple. If price is below our AQZ block, then it's potentially selling, and the candles are going to be red. If price is above our AQZ block and the candles are green, price is potentially going to be buying. Okay. And the AQZ block acts as an equilibrium in the market. Price gets trapped. And if price is going to go above that, we're potentially looking to buy. If it goes below that, we're potentially looking to sell. So AQZ cheat code is an excellent way to move in the markets, guys. Okay. Just stay patient, work on your discipline. Don't get too greedy. You know, I have my own personal issues with greed and gambling that I'm working on. But this system is the best system I've ever seen before, and I've tried a lot of systems in the markets. Okay, so just stay disciplined, work on your patience, and you'll be good to go. The next thing, let's see, save, refresh. The next thing you can do, so I'm going to turn the AQZ zones back on. You can turn the trend candles off if you like. If you want to see your regular candles, that's perfectly fine. Just know that the trend candles are there to help you with which way the market's going. The trend candle, I can't, it's funny. I know it's funny because I don't see bullish and bearish candles anymore. I just see my trend candles. That may be awkward for some. Some may not be able to move past that. But the beauty of the trend candles is the fact that when they're red, they're potentially selling, and when they're green, they're potentially buying. And then the yellow ones, of course, are pre-breakout candles. So no trade zones, or you want to take most of your profits off at that point and wait for a new signal. Okay. Any questions so far from anybody? We'll go over here to our volatility calculator. Remember, this is investing.com/tools/forex-volatility-calculator. I dropped that link in the chat here. Make sure you calculate over the past 3 weeks here. We're looking at taking this supplies us with average daily range per pair. We're looking at UJ now, and we have an average, a running daily average of 140 pips. So we're going to want to look at taking 50 to 75% of that, which is 70 pips to 105. So we're just going to say 70 to 100 pips is what our target's going to be. 70 to 100 each day. So 70 to 100 for UJ is our target. Sometimes it'll hit the following day. So even today's target was hit 70 to 93 pips here on UJ today. But that's the daily target I suggest. Out of my research and development with this system, the market doesn't always reach a full day's average daily range. Like I said before, it will typically move extravagantly one day and then smaller the other days, and then the average will compile out of that data. But here we can see 70 to 100 pips achieved. Not sure if this sell, let's take it from preferred entry. Preferred entry is in the middle of our AQZ block. It's highlighted there, turquoise. Take this one from preferred entry. This one reached 50 pips, okay? So not all the time are you going to hit your 50 to 75% of your average daily range, but it's a good working target, okay, for all pairs, Am I missing anything, guys? Do you have any questions? Do you need any clarification in regards to anything? I think I've gone over everything that I want to review, that I can possibly review. I think we've done well in explaining everything. We got alerts. We got explanation of all characteristics of this tool. Got our weekly sentiment line, midnight, Monday, Eastern Standard Time. That time and price stretches across the week. Price below this is potentially bearish. Price above this is potentially bearish or bullish, excuse me. We got a money move signal here because why? We had a high created this day. High was taken out, and then a signal was created. That defines that signal as a money move. And we can see we got a nice move here. We're looking at USDCHF. 77 pips. 77 times 0.75 is 57. 35, 57, 77 divided by 2. So 30, 38 to 57 pips. We're looking for 38 to 57 pips. So that hit our target the following day. 50 pips was hit. So that's the targets that I suggest when trading this system. 50 to 75% of the average daily range is what you want to be targeting daily. The pairs that I really like to trade, I like to trade gold and other, hold on a second, other Forex majors during New York session. And I love the yen pairs for London session. So we got things like GBP, JPY, the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen. Typically, you'll get a move coming out of London. Got a nice move there to take profit 3. Sometimes you'll get a fake out move during London, and they'll come back during New York to show you the true move. Okay. Same here, fake out move to the south. And then New York Open came and gave you the true move here. But gold and yen pairs are my favorite. Of course, the higher the volatility, the higher the average daily range is going to be. And, you know, pairs like euro, yen has a daily average of 143. EN has 174. GA 148. GJ 181. GN 176. I like to work with pairs that have an average daily range of over 100 pips. That way I'm targeting between 50 to 75 pips per day, you know, something to that effect. But anything below 100 pips, average daily range, I don't typically trade unless I see something that looks attractive. But yeah, I like everything that's over 100 pips daily average. So you can look at those pairs on this investing.com site, the volatility calculator here.
Hey Doug,
Hey, Terry.
I got a question for you. On my screen, it's the dark thing. How do I get back to the regular thing like on your computer?
It's the dark thing.
Yeah, my screen is black in the background.
Oh, in the background. Okay.
Yeah.
You can change your chart background simply by going to the top right. There's a gear setting symbol. And this would be
Uh-huh.
on desktop. Are you on a smart device or a desktop computer?
Uh, I'm on my desktop.
Oh, perfect. So go to the top right. There's a gear settings here for chart settings. You want to go to appearance. I like using
Okay.
I like setting my background to gradient, and what that means is it'll blend two colors for you. So I like the light blue for the top of my chart and then the very light gray for the bottom. It kind of, I don't know, it has a clean way of dressing up my chart. I can see things really clearly, you know?
Okay, there you go. Got it.
So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, I mean, TradingView, I know pretty much like the back of my hand. I've been using it so long that I know how to navigate different things. If there's anything else I can help with, just let me know.
All right, sure appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, Doug,
The Bishop, how's it going?
going good, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to point something out. On the charts that you're on right now, right there, for the buy, that buy signal, one thing that I have noticed is when you get that buy signal and you have that big bearish candle right before it, right? Yeah, if you have a huge candle like that and you get that signal right after that huge candle, yes, you can get in that buy right away. There is no need waiting for anything else. Just get in it and you can ride it. But the candle has to be like really huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, that's a good point. I love these entries at sentiment line when price just comes right back to the daily sentiment line. That's beautiful. Preferred
They
entry,
are deadly.
straight down to weekly sentiment line here.
Yeah.
Any other questions, team? Any other needs for clarification? Do you need help with anything else aside from cheat code? Maybe something's up with your chart that you don't know how to fix.
I got a quick question. So would you say when that engulfing candle comes like that large engulfing candle, could you do that either way, whether it's a selling or a buying engulfing candle, and you get that triggered the other way?
Yeah,
You
so
can do it either way. Go ahead,
Okay.
Doug.
yeah, it'll work either way. It's basic. The Bishop is just, he wants to highlight a quality setup that he's noticed in the market. When there's a big bearish engulfing like this in the market and they come back and you get a signal the opposite direction of that momentum there, he's suggesting that you can enter right then and there, because basically the market has faked out traders to the downside here, and boom, boom, they're going the opposite way. Let's see if we can find one to the downside here. GBP CHF is a choppy pair, so we'll go to a different pair here. I like this one. This one's not quite the same, but you see this big candle going up and then you get a signal going down. That's kind of like a similar characteristic. It's not exactly what the bishop is explaining, but if you see a big candle like this going up and then we get a down signal, we can see that price held that weekly sentiment line pretty nicely there. Let me see if I can find a better example. Oh, right here. This is the move the bishop wants to highlight for us. And
Yeah, there you have it, right there.
Typically what will happen is we'll get one signal followed by an opposing signal right away. But what he's highlighting is this bullish engulfing here was invalidated right away. Once we get our signal going down, we can enter right then and there. And we can see that weekly sentiment line is holding as resistance here in this example, and trend moving average is showing downward momentum. So this particular setup, this is like the best possible setup you can get from AQZ cheat code, because almost every single element of the indicator is pointing towards the downside here. But I love the fact that the bishop's favorite setup is this one, because when this happens, see it happen right here too.
Yeah.
One direction, other direction. We had not quite a bullish engulfing, but we had bull candles that started engulfing other candles. Once we got that bear signal, boom, it just that daily sentiment line held as resistance and price went down from that point.
Yeah, the market fell to the floor. Yes.
And with that, you know, your stop loss is always safe, you know.
Yeah. Yep. So thanks for highlighting that for us, Bishop. That's a great move with AQZ cheat code. So that really quick opposing signal, and you can see it here very clearly. Bullish candle, bullish engulfing. They turned around and gave a sell signal instead, and bam.
Yeah. Gee. Fell out. The roof fell out.
Yeah. Any other questions, you guys? I think we've gone over the system very well today. This is our latest update on our system here, and I think we went over everything I could possibly review.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, if you guys on the call currently need further assistance, I'm available for one-on-ones. I have a one-on-one scheduled for tomorrow and some next week. But if you guys want to hit me up on the side, that's free of charge with our cheat code system here, one-on-ones, that is. So if you're still not quite getting it and you want to hang out with me just one-on-one reviewing this information, we can definitely do that together. Just private message me and we'll get you scheduled in. With that, I want to thank you guys for being on the call. I want to thank you guys for watching this recorded webinar on YouTube. I'll be posting it on YouTube here in a little bit for you guys to watch. And that's it. That's AQZ cheat code. We got money move and dollar dash highlighting higher quality signals now. from our regular signals, dollar dash. Got our preferred dollar dash move here pointed out by DeBishop. Those are great setups. We can see another one here. Boom, boom. When that happens, typically they give a pretty good move for us there. Anyways, thanks again, you guys. Much love. God bless. And again, I'm available if you guys need me for anything, even if you need help kind of dressing up your charts to look more attractive. I know it's taken me a lot of years to get my chart exactly how I want it to look and be presented. I like this gray and bluish background. It just helps me see the candles. I like my my borders and my wicks to be black. If I had a black chart, I would use my borders and wicks like a white or a light gray. But since I have a grayish background, I like them black. And you know, my last price line is black. I like everything set up as you see it here on status line, scales, appearance, like my text black, lines black, my crosshair. I like my crosshair to be a solid line in black, so that way I can see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. My vertical and horizontal lines, I like to just fade out. I don't like those lines on my chart. I do, however, see, appearance. I don't see it there anymore. Down here. I guess that's it. So appreciate you guys, and let's get to the bag together. Let's see some success in our trading, see some gains and some compounding in our accounts. And yeah, these moves come and go daily, as we can see through our review today. And looking at how the system works, this stuff happens every single day on every single pair. So stay patient, stay disciplined, and it's going to happen. All right.
Hey, Doug. One more quick question that just came to my mind. So, is it safe to say that it's probably a good thing if I'm up like midnight, you know, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, kind of keeping my eye on the system? That's probably like the best time to, you know, am I right in thinking that?
That's the best time for pairs like the Euro pairs and the Great Britain pound pairs, maybe the yen pairs. But in regards to New York session, all the Forex majors, like all the USD pairs, are going to be great to trade during New York session. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. London is great for, you know, the first move out of London. We can see hit take profit 2. And again, take profit 2 is the level we want to place stop losses at break even and maybe even take partials. But we can see that a lot of the times when New York session comes about, the market has then changed direction. So New York session is good to trade USD pairs. And then, of course, London session is nice to trade those London pairs like the Great Britain pound, the yens, the Euro pairs. So yeah, both sessions are great. It just focus on the pairs that move during those sessions.
Outstanding. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and appreciate you guys very much so. And I'll be in the chat if you need me, and we'll talk soon.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Doug. God bless you.
God bless, guys.
God bless, man. I'm DMing you
God
now.
bless.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Private message me.
10-4.